Good morning everyone, my name is Christian from Two-Headed Wolf Gaming and welcome back to Path of Exile. In the last episode we explored Alva's Temple of Axolotl and we managed to get at the end a Quartz Flask which reduces or increases our chance to dodge attack hits, our chance to dodge spells, and it gave us phasing, which is a pretty good flask to have overall, but this one is unique, meaning that we gain a few other benefits if we use it. A penalty, meaning we cannot gain mana during effect, which can be pretty bad for us. We are a bow user, and we use a lot of mana with each hit. Veil skills have 86 increased critical strike chance during the effect, Veil skills deal 108 increased damage during effect, and Veil skills used during effect have 24 reduced soul gain prevention duration. Meaning that if we were to use this Veil Blade Vortex, we would get all these benefits, so 108% increase to the average damage over there, and a few other effects. Like this could be really good if we were using a lot of Veil skills. Can come in handy sometimes. Still at 4 links here. I want the 5 link in order, but since this bow is not that incredible anymore, I think I might just try to take it and we'll play with the links as time goes on. Let's see, what can we do here? I want something. We can either increase attack speed, increase chaos damage. It does not have chaos damage. Let's increase attack speed. Let's go with that for now. Let's see, is the bow better than what we have? Yes, the answer to that is definitely yes. It does offer us more bleeding as well.
Hello.
So let's sell this.
Keep your life to your own.
And since we have a split arrow that is corrupted at quality 12, I think it's about time we buy ourselves a new split arrow, just so that we can level it up and replace it at some point, because we can't do anything, we can't increase the quality of a gem that is corrupted. We won't be able to do anything here. Do we have another split arrow here? In our splitting steel, split arrow at level 9. So this works to level it up in the meantime. Sniper's mark, let's bring back, where is our golem? Here is our summon ice golem. What can we offer it? For minion, for minion damage support, minions from supported skill deal 25 extra damage, and as you can see it does work with summon ice golem. We can bring it here. Barrage support, Nightblade support. Arrow Novi doesn't work for minions. Let's look for other support. And we can see if any of these, like added cold damage support, like we can add it for the summon ice golem and increase his damage once more. Iron wheel support, increase spell damage, could work with the ice golem. Pulverize, increase area of effect, but they have less attack speed. Multiple totems, this is different. Lightning damage, we could add once again melee physical damage. Cast channeling, you cannot cast support triggerable spells directly. Trigger a supported spell every 0.45 seconds. It does work with the golem, but I'm not sure it's that great. Greater multiple projectile support, that could work for their golem. Cold penetration support. Supported skills penetrate 14 cold resistance. That could be useful. Or elemental focus support. 30% more elemental damage. Some life gain on hit. This could be really useful for our golem since he does have some problems. Ice Bite support. Supported skills have 15% chance to freeze. Let's do that. Let's give him... Where was it? Ice Bite support, yeah. Summon Ice Golem. It works for this guy. Now he should be a lot better. We shall see how he acts. Let's bring him up. And for the moment, we'll go back to our campaign. So let's go there. And let's continue the journey. Meet scene at the Sun encampment.
I'm not up to that just yet.
A few level ups here and there. As you can see, we are a lot tougher for these areas
Beauty will
now.
grow from your remains.
The temple was pretty tough, a lot of magic and rare enemies. Plus they had many upgrades from the rooms in the temple. We really didn't pay attention too much to reducing resistances and things like that. So with the current situation that we have with our character, with the current items and everything else, we were a bit underpowered. But let's not get discouraged, let's continue onwards. Let's continue towards the end of the campaign. Well, there's one thing that I can say for certain is that our golem is a lot tougher. It feels like he can do some damage now. Let's see, how will he do in this situation? Can he take care of them? Oh, maybe we should give him something with quicker support. It seems like he's pretty slow. So something that would give him speed might be better. But we'll continue leveling him up and see where we get. The Sarn encampment.
Can't see why I'd want to do that here.
Well, this changed. Solve the trials of ascendancy, kill the Idri, find a way through the sewers.
Don't do anything I would.
San is changing.
Okay, so we're back here. Now we need to do a few quests. Let's see, for our current, where was it? Because we were leveling up like this split arrow, right? At this level, we have 12 to 18 additional physical damage, 6 arrows, and 109 base damage. With this one, we have level 15, which definitely has a lot more damage and a lot more arrows. So how much of that is through quality It doesn't seem like it's through quality, it feels like it's through the added corruption that we gain that extra damage. Isn't it? Or maybe it's a bit of a scale up. Let's continue using them both. And we'll continue upgrading them as well, qualitying them up. As for the moment, we have nothing to do in the Trials of Ascendancy. We need to find one more for us. So let's continue.
I'm not up to that just yet.
We're getting some chaos damage in here. Which can be pretty bad for our minions and for us as well. Einhar is with us again. Infernal Legion support.
This one is captured. I now will take it.
Legion gloves with 3 colored links. We can get a chromatic orb there. Even though we're running through this area like really quickly, this poison is really affecting us. The thing with chaos damage with poison is that it doesn't go through your shield. It just lets it through.
This one is captured. I now will take it. Oh, that was a juicy one, Exile!
Some lingering aberrations here. Ooh, a shark skin tunic and a phantom mace. Nothing we truly want to use, but it's there. This beast is really tough. Allies deal extra physical damage, extra fire damage, extra life, summon apes from trees, resist elemental damage and resist chaos. This guy has everything.
You will not soon forget. You're welcome. Goodbye.
Should really look to put back the poacher's armor and energy shield. The poacher's mark.
I'm not up to that
We're
just yet.
still looking for Druidry. That Veil Blade's really doing some work. Let's see, Sharkskin Tunic. Still nothing useful for us. There is a way in here. Deidre's Cesspool. So let's go after her. Orb of Alchemy, perfect. What I am going to do now is I'm going to take this helmet and just throw this Orb of Alchemy on it. Maybe we'll throw the quality armor first. 100 increased accuracy, 20% increased armor and evasion, cold resistances, and a bit of stun block. A cartographer's chisel. Okay. We're at least surviving pretty well in these areas. And it doesn't seem like our life is that threatened all around this area. Apparently we have another beast here. I think Einhar should appear any moment now.
My sights, Exile.
My mana is gone.
Okay, we captured that.
On this capture we
Evasion and energy, sun plate. Okay. Maybe the Agate amulet could be useful, as we are using one. Let's see, he wants us to look for 4 more beasts. Well, we're gonna try. At least he's helping us dish a bit of damage. And we could
I'm not up to that
even
just yet.
take him to this area where we're fighting Doidri. Ooh. She's really giving us a bit of bleeding. We have to be careful. And she changes forms every time she drinks from, or we can click the valve here. Ah, she got us good there. So let's go back in. We change her form again, like that attack of her when she appears right on top of us. It's really tough to fight. Whew. Well, we managed to do it in the end. Citadel Bow. Let's try this.
Once more into the breach.
What is this? A 25 to 100. Okay, not better than what we currently have, so it doesn't matter that much. We can go through the sewer outlet. Crafting recipe, let's see. Do we go from here to somewhere? Yes. I don't think I'm gonna continue with Einhar's quest. What I'm going to do is gonna return home and continue what other
Can't see
quests
why
we
I'd want
have
to do
on
that
hand.
here.
Go with courage.
Stop. Tell me something.
Let's see, what was he... Unset ring, like this one has a socket, which means you can throw in a gem. Let's get any ring and see if it's worth it or not.
Bye.
And find the Ank of Eternity. So let's see, optional quests. We can go to the left or we could go to the right. To the quay. I think we're going to go to the right first. Let's try a few more things out. What are these? 7 to all attributes, 27 dexterity, 3 maximum energy shield and 46 life. Not impressive. This one has some intelligence, has a lot of life, has some resistances, but not much else that we would care for. So I'm not gonna keep it. Infernal Legion support. Minions from supported skills take 40% of their maximum life as fire damage per second. Wow. Minions from supported skills deal 15.6 fire damage per second to enemies near them. So they take damage as well, but they also hurt the enemies around them. Let's see, what items do we have around? Well, nothing too important. I would like us to take the poacher's mark that we had with us. We can throw it on them, on the enemies. Chance to bleed support. Maybe we should change this around. Let's see, what do we have? The Mirage Archer, which does help. But does it help enough to where I don't want to change it? The answer to that, I think it's a no. Let's try to make this one using chromatic orbs to make it 3 green. No, 2 green, 1 blue and 1 red. Okay, there it is. So now our split arrow does 3000 damage and on the bleeding does 523. If we were to move it around, it's definitely going to offer us more damage. Though we're not supported by the Mirage Archer. Let's see. Oh no, it does. Oh no, it's here. 3500 damage, bleeding, chance to inflict bleeding 75%, and 789 to 1400 bleeding per second. Okay, I think I do like this. Maybe we'll throw the Bloodlust here. With the Mirage Archer, we might be able to do something else. Like, how about we do rain? We have a rain of arrows. Supported skills deal 40 less? No. I think what I would want...
What is it?
Is a rain of arrows that we could put on our Mirage Archer support. And like we can shoot once a rain of arrows and then have the archer, Mirage Archer, do a few more, right? Like we could do that, or we could go for what else? I guess something along those lines. We will leave it at this now, not to lose any more time. But I think this is what we'll do with the Mirage Arrow for Mirage Archer. For the moment, we're just gonna keep it and level it up as we continue playing. I think that sounds good to me. I hope that it does sound good to you too as a plan.
Can't see why I'd want to do that here.
So let's try to now to put our bleeding skill to work. I'm very curious to see what's going to
I'm not
happen
up to
and
that
how
just
we're
yet.
gonna feel. Because we can stack 8 bleedings, which should make it pretty powerful with our... Ooh! Now I'm not sure it's because we have Einhar with us, maybe it's just our impression, but it definitely feels a lot better. Let's see, to the Quaid there. So we have this 50 less damage with bleeding, but we can inflict bleeding on an enemy up to 8 times. And we can go for damage overtime multiplier. What else we could do after we're done here, it's we could go for ailments. And I think that whatever applies ailments to an enemy will also be applied to bleeding. This is a damage multiplier for poison and claws, so we don't care for it too much. This is for swords. This one has increased damage with hits and ailments against blinded enemies. We do have blind. We do have blind on our ballistas, so that might work. Oh, we said that we were gonna come here, right? With the perfect agony? Getting that damage over time to ailments. So yeah, there are a few ways we could go with this. We're gonna have to try it out. Now let's go here into the quay. I think we made a really good decision there. I'm very excited to see if this is a reality or maybe it's just I don't know, a fake opinion, like just a slight feeling. We should think about probably changing around. Instead of having these, the multiple arrows, I think what we should be thinking about going forward is when fighting bosses, probably changing the skill to puncture, which does cause bleeding. That should increase our odds of doing good damage to the enemy. Let's just do a quick check. So if I'm going to puncture here, and we're looking at, so instead of split arrow we go with puncture. Here we have 3000 damage, and yeah, 1400 to 2500 bleeding per second. Yeah, okay, so a whole lot better for single target. Keep that in mind whenever we fight the boss.
I'm not up to that just yet.
We're gonna change it around. If it's a single target fight, we're gonna put puncture in. But it does seem like we're doing some really good damage even on these epic monsters. Like that bleeding is pretty good. Can't wait to get more nodes that will help us. I'm not sure about keeping the golem around. We'll probably not do that. I wonder if there is a unique bow or something that could help us with our bleeding skills. We had that bow that we corrupted. Maybe we shouldn't have done... I mean, definitely shouldn't have done that. Because it had that 20% chance to cause bleeding. That means that now, since we are at 75, we would have been at 95% chance to cause bleeding. Which is a huge difference. 20% can make the difference between actually causing bleeding or not. And since we are working for the stacks of bleeding, you definitely need a high percentage, so that with each hit you are almost ensured that you get the bleeding required. Okay, let's see what is here. A resurrection site. But for the resurrection site, we need the Ankh of Eternity, which we need to find around the quay. Let's go here. Let's add... We were going for this, the dirty techniques. So I am going to go further in. Superior Legion boots, sure, let's get that.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Have a good find.
I am being very quiet now. I'm just focused on the area. Like I'm trying to... And I keep thinking about what would be the best way to increase that bleeding. Like how can we make this even stronger, even tougher, and at the same time, how do we ensure that we will have enough defense going forward? Because so far there have been many situations where we're not really doing perfectly. Meaning we're... Like it was in the temple, like that temple marked me a bit. It felt like we are behind in certain areas of defense, and I don't like that. Apparently there's another exit here. Maybe there's an arena or something. The Grain Gate. Let's see, is this a map further? I think it will be. Yes, it is a map further, so we need to get back to the quay and find the Ankh. Well, our time is up for this episode. I will put a shortcut in here and I'll continue tomorrow as far as At least for me it's going to be the same session, but for you it's going to be tomorrow. I'm trying to make some consistency after the episodes, though I find it pretty difficult. Anyway, for now I will continue looking for the Ankh and I'll see you guys tomorrow. So have a wonderful day for now.